If I had to start gesture from zero today, I wouldn't do any of the things that I did when I was a beginner. After thousands of gesture drawings, I would just focus on these 3 basic steps to build a strong foundation and progress much faster, regardless of your age or background. All you need is just cheap copy paper and any supplies you like to use. So step 1, I would start simple, very simple. Just try to draw one single gesture. That's it. Just try. Grab a reference online and try to capture their gesture to the best of your current abilities and understanding. And pick someone doing something interesting, not just standing. That's super boring. A pose that you like and that you can see yourself animating or drawing in the future as a portfolio piece. Someone punching, jumping, running, anything like that. And when you're doing this, just try to keep in mind what gesture is supposed to be in its most basic definition. A simplified sketch that captures the movement and the flow of the human body. I know it sounds crazy to tackle such a challenge on day 1, but remember, you are not investing a ton of time in it. It is just a quick sketch on cheap paper. Nobody's even supposed to see it. And anyway, this is your first gesture. It is going to suck. Everybody started here. This first step is just really meant to break the ice. When I was a beginner, I immediately started copying gestures and workflows from masters. I didn't allow myself to explore first and to get familiar with this new gesture thing. And this made the whole process a lot more confusing for me, I feel. Doing it alone first, it is crucial, and later we will see why. But before that, this will give you an indication of your starting level. Because you're not going to throw away this first gesture, but you're going to pin it on the wall right in front of where you practice, to remind yourself of where you started. This is very important because you will always be able to compare your current level while you progress and practice to this first gesture, instead of comparing yourself to others. A mistake that I've made right from the beginning is to compare my gestures to those of artists much further in their journey compared to me. And this made me lose contact with my progress and made me feel like a failure. Always compare yourself to yourself, your current level to where you started. Remember that your journey is unique. I realized it far too late, but as soon as I kept a page of my old gesture next to me while practicing, I immediately could see how far I've gone. And this kept me going and saved me so many times from burnout because I was seeing how much I was improving on a daily basis. So congratulations, you drew your first gesture. This is the first and also I would say the most important step of an amazing journey that will bring you to draw cool characters and dynamic figures. And as a bonus for this first step, I would also fill out multiple pages of gestures with the same basic definition in mind. Simple sketches using simple lines to capture movement. All these will be terrible, but this is normal, and the good thing is that they will get all the bad drawings out of your system and also force your brain to stretch to try to grasp this new concept of gesture. And by the way, all this is great even if you already started with gesture. Just do a quick gesture right now to record your current level, because this will be crucial for the next step, which is step 2, watch someone do it. Okay, now that you have your first gesture in your hand and that you kind of broke the ice with it, it's time to go deeper in the understanding of it. So for this new stage, it is crucial that you find a guide that can show you how to do gesture step by step. And it is very important that it is step by step. Stuff like gesture practice sessions, step-by-step tutorials, anything like that. Because this way you will be able to compare what you were doing alone with what a more experienced artist is actually doing. You will spot your pitfalls way easier this way compared to what I was doing, just passively watching tutorials. I wasted hours watching tutorials about gesture with the illusion of progressing. But the problem is, this is a very passive way of learning. I waited to start until I felt ready after absorbing as much information as possible. Theory and practice are two very different things. But you took action first, you took the leap of faith. You have at least an idea where you're starting, and now we are going to layer the understanding of gesture on top of this. You will be able to say, oh yeah, I did this thing in this way, but this is how it should be done. So you will constantly have those eureka moments. What I would do if I was you is not just passively watching all these videos, but also practicing along with them. So you'll be able to correct yourself instantly. And this is crucial if, like me, you are self-taught. And I strongly suggest you to watch many different videos from many different artists, not just one like I did, because this way you will be able to see gesture from many different angles. And this is really the key for the next step. Step 3. Think about your goal. When I first started doing gesture, I wasn't even thinking about why I was even doing it. I took gesture like a rite of passage. I didn't stop and think about what was my goal. And once I stopped for a second and thought about why I was practicing so much, I could focus more on my destination and rewire my gesture style based on that. But in the meantime, I wasted so much time chasing an art style that I wasn't really interested in. Of course, I still managed to learn a lot. I mean, gesture is gesture at the end of the day. But I was taking baby steps at that point. So to go faster wherever you want to go, think about what kind of art you want to be doing in the future. Just ask yourself this. Because I noticed that an animator and a fine artist, for example, work and draw in very different ways. What is considered a great practice in animation is not necessarily considered good in fine art. You don't have to have an answer immediately, of course. There is always time. But just try to think about your path. But if you do have an answer, just look at what similar artists are doing. How does an animator versus a comic book artist versus a fine artist do their gesture, and be influenced by them specifically. But always keep an eye on the surroundings too. Every artist have their own way of doing gestures, so just explore. But I have one last extra tip for you. An advice that I've always received but never applied. And I don't want you to make my same mistake. Draw from life. Every time I heard these 3 words, I've always rolled my eyes and went, yeah, okay, whatever. But the difference of doing a gesture from photo reference and from real life is actually huge. Drawing live models will give you a clearer sense of the human form, and just seeing the model right in front of you will give you a better sense of movement, if it makes sense. I know that not everyone is lucky enough to have this opportunity, but if you are, take it. So this is what I would do if I had to start right now with gesture. I think learning gesture can be a great resolution for the new year, because this after all will be the base for all your future characters. If you need 3 basic exercises to jumpstart your gesture skills, this is the video for you, and I will see you in my next step.